Morena. It's Tuesday. I think it's day 12 or 13. Put it on the screen. Losing weight with Nate. Just going for a walk in the neighborhood. It's close to 8:30 in the morning. You can see it's quite foggy at the moment. It's been like this since 6 o'clock. So I woke up pretty early today. As I said, my fiance has the morning shift this week. So on the plus side, be able to go to sleep early or earlier. I went to sleep at like 11ish, I think. Got up at 6ish. Chose not to go to the gym this morning because it's a cardio day. So I'll just do walks instead. And it also just gave me a bit of time in the morning to do other things. I've been contemplating doing a couple of big walks today, just because I don't have anything in particular scheduled today. I have been contemplating the whole laptop thing that I mentioned a couple of days ago. Not sure when or how I'm actually going to do that. It's just a hassle because it's all the way over the shore, and yeah, I mean, you're basically asking for an hour return drive, no guarantee that we're actually going to get a refund, which is annoying. It's freezing at the moment. But what I was thinking about this morning, I actually tried to record a video earlier this morning, but while I was recording, it stopped because I running out of space on my phone. So I had to delete a bunch of old videos and photos just to make some room for this. Hopefully I'll try to keep it short. But I was watching two videos last night from two different people on a similar topic. It was sort of just around masculinity, being a man. One was interesting from Seth. Can't remember his last name, but he's like a bodybuilder guy, and he does like a driveway exercise first thing in the morning, I think he calls it, which is like 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, and some kind of walking up and down the drive with like a weighted thing on his back. And throughout the video he was just talking about the importance of pushing through and how he finds physical exercise just works really well for him for mental clarity and whatnot. Really good video. I'll put a link in the description if you're interested. But there was a lot of topics that he talked about that resonated with me. Some of the things that I've been thinking about for a while or have known. And then the second video had an interesting title, caught my attention. Something about it's scary when you become the person you always wanted to be. And his talk seemed to be around being careful of what you ask for, because the universe will deliver and you might not be ready for it. And he talked about how, being a man is hard and requires sacrifice and the difference between being average versus striving for more, and the importance of like conquering and achieving things as a masculine imperative, which a lot of people talk about in different ways, and I definitely resonate with that. He said stuff like, you know, there's a lot of average people in the world, and maybe you want to be average, maybe you don't, but being average is being safe and comfortable and fitting into the crowd and all that sort of stuff. And if you want to be anything more than average, you have to really be prepared for being uncomfortable, constantly making sacrifices, making hard decisions, choosing long-term benefits over short-term gratification. This applies in pretty much all aspects of life, you know, like building wealth. They say that the first 100k is the hardest, that everything after that, due to the power of compound interest and whatnot, just gets so much easier. But that first 100 is really hard. I'm still on a very long mission to get to that point myself. So I know it's very hard, but once you get there, I think they said it takes like 7.5 years or something to get to that, depending on certain, you can probably reverse engineer that calculation to figure out how much you need to save or invest each year. You know, in something like the S&P 500 with, I think the history is like 10%, 11% return on average since inception or something. I'll probably have that wrong. But he was saying, or somebody was saying, it was like from a PBD short that to get to 900k to $1 million is way faster because of the snowball effect and compound interest. You know, it's that term that you might have heard, the rich get richer, poor get poorer. Once you've got a certain amount of wealth and money, it's like it's almost hard to not get rich, but a lot of people don't tend to break that point, because getting to that stage you kind of have to be very meticulous, make a lot of sacrifices, almost like live a boring life. That's not to say that you can't buy nice things or, you know, go on trips or holidays, and one of the other guys did say that you can do that, but you also have to be ready to work hard. Once you climb one mountain, climb another, you know, metaphorically speaking. He said that men are best during the climb, which I think is a great analogy and something that I've resonated with in my younger years. There's something about the chase that's really appealing. You know, whether it's on a super small level, chasing for a new thing to purchase, or chasing for a new relationship or woman or something. You know, just the hunt, the chase, the conquer. That's really, that kind of speaks to our primal desires, I guess. You know, male life is very competitive, survival of the fittest and whatnot. Anyway, this is a very different topic from what I have probably talked about on these videos before, but this is all about losing weight, and I strongly believe in the whole holistic model, te whare tapawha, physical health, mental health, spiritual health, social health. It's all interconnected. You know, you might have a solid workout, you might be eating well, but your relationships could be in a mess, or spiritually you're not quite there, or you've chased wealth and success, maybe too much to your detriment, and you don't have a family. And maybe family is not for everyone. Maybe having kids doesn't interest you. But I guess from a practical standpoint, one of the benefits, if you want to call it that, of having a family, having children specifically, is to carry on your legacy, carry on your name. Because people come and go. We obviously aren't immortal. We're born, we die. And the question that you probably have to ask yourself, that we all have to answer one day, is how do you want to be remembered? You know, whether it's on your tombstone or just your legacy, how do you want to be remembered? What's your legacy? What do you leave behind? Because you can't take all the money with you when you leave this life. Whether you believe in an afterlife or not is a little irrelevant. So building wealth is important. You know, money, I was saying this to my fiance, money doesn't buy happiness, but it buys time back. And time is the one commodity resource that we don't get more of. Where every single day, every second, every minute, we're spending time, we're consuming time. We don't know how much time we have on this planet in our life. You know, you hear people say, live life to the fullest, live with no regrets, take risks. Absolutely, to a point. When you're young, you should be taking lots of risks. You don't want to get to an age where you start regretting some of the choices you made or not taking enough risks, like I do. You know, I spent 14 years at a job that basically didn't really value me, didn't really invest in me. And I could have jumped around from job to job. I could have worked in so many different places and gained so much more experience and exposure. But I got comfortable, I got complacent, I got stuck in a rut. I did do some pretty good things towards the end. Kia ora, it's Nate, and it's just after, it's like 10:15. Just having my breakfast, first meal of the day. This is one of the overnight oats that I prepared as part of the meal prep. So it's got some nuts, like a handful of nuts. It's got some frozen berries. It's got some protein yogurt, milk, bit of water, and 90 grams of oats. What else does it have? Oats, milk, water, berries, yogurt, and some mixed nuts. Yeah, that's it. I think it's, according to the plan, it's roughly 650 calories or something. I also added some extra yogurt, which wasn't part of the recipe, just to bulk up the protein instead of 300 ml of milk. But yeah, that's what I'll be having. This will be quite filling, and then touch base a little bit later. Kia ora. So it's just a little bit after 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Just decided to go for a walk and have stopped at the park here. I had lunch a little bit earlier, maybe about an hour ago, and it was quite filling. So it was the meatloaf that we made as part of meal prep yesterday. I didn't have half like you're apparently meant to, because I want to try make it last. So I had sort of a third, and I had some mashed potatoes on the side, and that was really filling. I also had a protein shake because I was expecting I would need to offset the lack of protein from not having a full serve. But felt quite bloated. I still feel a little bit bloated, but doing this walk and doing some other exercises has helped a little bit with that. So yeah, today is it's quite a nice day. It was quite misty this morning, as you would have seen. Now it's completely cleared up. The sun's out. It's not too cold. Due for a snack in a couple of hours. I don't think I'll need one, to be honest. I'm still quite full. And then I'll have dinner, which will probably be the burger patties that we made yesterday. And we made 9. Pretty sure we made 9. It's meant to make 4, but we made them really small, just to try and stretch it out a few days. Then I have a snack later on. I need to pick up my fiance in about an hour or so, and then we also need to do the laundry today. And I need to prepare for an interview I've got tomorrow evening. Bit of a failure on my end. It occurred to me, I had a call with the person who organised the interview last Thursday. They said that they were going to send through some information, and I hadn't seen it, so I called them and said, hey, I haven't seen the information, can you send it through? They said, yeah, we did. You should probably check your junk. Check my junk, it was in there. So what an idiot, man. This whole time, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, today, it's like 4 days of prep that I've missed, because it's tomorrow at 5 p.m. So fingers crossed. I'm just looking at it now to try and prepare myself. Interviews suck, as you probably know. I found my last interview I over-prepared. This one, there's a risk of under-preparing, but I'm pretty confident about this particular role and this particular company. So fingers crossed. I don't have enough time to overthink it, so that's a good thing. Having sort of 24 hours gives me a constraint that I can work within. So yeah, I'm going to head back to the house now and do some prep, go pick up my fiance, do the laundry, and then I'll do something else. Sweet. Yo, doing Totara Park, doing the steep side, if you're familiar. It's just around 5 o'clock. And my fiance walking ahead of me. think I've already hit 10,000 for the day, which is good. I was sitting at about 8 or 9 before we got here. Sweet. See you soon. Kia ora. At the top of this pointy bit at Totara, just having a rest. I'm just looking at my Fitbit and it says that I've burnt 3,400 calories, and I definitely haven't ate that much today. I've only had lunch and breakfast, haven't had snack. So after this we'll have dinner a little bit later, and then I'll definitely be in a good calorie deficit. I think I'm at 11,000 steps, so might get close to 15 before the end of the day. Still need to do something else after this. Yeah, I'm not feeling too hungry, which is kind of good, considering I only had like breakfast and lunch. Yeah, I'll give you an update later. See ya. Kia ora. So I'm just filming, or recording I should say, some footage or audio for the video, because I'm mindful of I haven't closed this particular video off. Just want to do a quick reflection of the day, because I've been out since last time I was on. I think the last time that you would have seen me was at Totara, when I was just almost finishing the walk, and after that we basically went home, had something to eat, and then we left to do laundry, and that's basically taken the whole night. So it's like 10:30 now, just about to go to bed. But I wanted to reflect on the eating for the day, because I basically have under-eaten by a significant amount, and I'm not really sure why. So it's something that I just wanted to reflect on. I only ate sort of breakfast, which was the overnight oats, which I have some footage of, and that's at most 650, maybe 750, rounded up to 8, because I added in some yogurt, which is not part of the recipe. So, you know, that's 800 calories. I didn't have a snack. The next thing I had was lunch, which was I want to say a third of the meatloaf that we made. And the meatloaf has 2 portions, and that was sort of roughly estimated at like 550 calories. So I guess to work that out, it's like 1,000 and then a third of that. So yeah, I mean, it's a bit harder to estimate, because I'm messing with the portions just because I'm trying to make the food stretch. As I mentioned in the previous video, it's really expensive, and yeah, sort of want to make the food stretch and then just add protein shakes in between. I think I've only had one protein shake today, and that was with the, when was it? Was it the morning? I'm losing track. I'm pretty sure I had a protein shake sometime today. It must have been for the morning, actually. Maybe I did have a snack. I think the snack was just protein shake. But even that's only like a couple hundred calories. What else did I have? Yeah, so I had breakfast. I must have had a protein shake for a snack in the morning, and then I had lunch, which was a third of the meatloaf, and then I didn't have a snack the rest of the day, and then I had dinner. And for dinner, I wasn't even really hungry, but I just felt like I should eat anyway, so I had a single tiny burger patty with a single lettuce strip and a tiny bit of sweet and sour chili sauce. As I started eating it, I kind of felt a little bit hungry. I actually had a little leftover sandwich from the other day, so we'll add that as well. But I mean, if I added up all the numbers, I easily had under 2,000 calories, which is a little concerning. I know for men you're not meant to go under 1,500. I'm pretty sure I've had more than 1,500. I don't think I've had much more than 1,500. But according to my Fitbit, I've burned like over 3,000 calories, and I've done 15,000 steps today, over 15,000 steps today, because it's been quite a busy, active day. I went for 2 walks during the day, one in the morning after dropping my fiance off, and then one after lunch to work off it, because I think I mentioned I felt quite heavy. And then I did a 3rd walk with my fiance after picking her up before we went to do the laundry. We went for the Totara walk, which I have some footage of that. And then of course laundry, which was, yeah, you wouldn't think of it, dropping the laundry off back and forth. You wouldn't think that that's a lot of steps, but somehow it was. I couldn't tell you why, but we were at like 13,000. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was at like 12 or 13,000 by the time we finished the Totara walk when I was in the car, and I'm at 15.5 now, so 1,000, 2,000 steps just doing laundry and just walking around the house and whatnot. But yeah, it's kind of been an interesting day. I was really tired this afternoon for some reason. The last couple of days I've felt really exhausted. I don't really know what's going on, but I had a little nap, and another thing that I've been doing, and I might get some footage at some point. A while ago I had this goal to do like 10,000. I called it 10 for 10. It was 10 times 10,000 reps of different exercises. So every single day I was doing 10 different exercises, and that was kind of, I just made it up basically. 10 different types of exercises. It was a mix of body weight exercises and weights, because I have some weights at home, and I'll probably get some footage of that to show you what I'm talking about. But I would do things like 100 push-ups a day, body squat, that's body weight, 100 squats, so that's another body weight exercise. And then for the weighted exercises using the bars, I would do like 100 dumbbell, long bar, single bar, these back exercises, these sort of stationary holds, shoulder press. I'd do that every day, and I did 10,000 of each, so I kind of worked out doing 100 a day, it would take, a certain period of time. And I started doing some of that today, so I did like 70 push-ups, which I spaced out. I would basically do them in sets of 25, so did 25 first, have a break, later in the day did another 25, and then before we went out and I had a shower, I did another 20, so that was 70. And I think I did 50 squats today. So from tomorrow I'm going to try and add this target of 100 for a few of those. I don't know if I'll do all 10, because it just became such a time intensive commitment, and I'd be quite happy just doing 100 push-ups every single day, and maybe 100 squats. I think those 2 exercises alone is probably enough, on top of all the, I'm still going to be going to the gym and doing walks. So if I can do those 2, or even just 100 push-ups, I'll be happy with that on top of my day, because that's quite it's like a good in-between exercise between meals. When I'm feeling a little bit heavy, I'll just sort of rep out a few push-ups. These are not full, like proper push-ups, by the way. They're just sort of on my knees, because I still find it quite difficult to do full push-ups. I think when I get down to you know, when I drop another 10 kgs or something, then I'll be able to start doing proper push-ups. But for now I'm just doing them on my knees, and that's still a little bit challenging. Once I get rid of more weight from the gut, then that'll become a lot easier. But yeah, just wanted to do a quick review. This is actually a little bit longer, so I might do another one on the following day when I upload this video. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Cheers.